to the Moon Report, live from the metaverse in the Horizon world, and yeah. Now, you know me, I'm always telling y'all to jump into the crypto space. And why is that? Because right about now is when you got the opportunity to create financial freedom. Right about now is when you got the opportunity to create generational wealth. But yeah, the majority of folks out there are completely oblivious to the opportunity that lies ahead, the opportunity that you have right now, because you could be a crypto early adopter and reap the benefits. And yeah, as I know I keep popping up right here at crypto_DYOR, because I'm trying to put y'all on game so you could go ahead and front run those big old institutions that are about to FOMO into the market. Because when those institutions come FOMO into the crypto space, guess what? The prices that you're seeing right now, you will never, and I mean never, ever see those prices again. So guys, what are you waiting for? Don't get priced out. And if you don't think they're coming, why don't you check out this clip from CNBC Squawk Box as ARK Invest, they're chomping at the bits. Listen up to what Kathy Wood, that's the CEO, listen to what she had to say on her sentiment on this spot Bitcoin ETF approval. Go ahead and check it out.
Let's talk about these ETFs, and then I want to go broad and sort of get your sense of where the market is and where crypto's going and what's happening here. But tell us about these ETFs specifically and what you're trying to do.
Yes, with our partner 21 Shares, which is the largest crypto ETP provider in the world, mainly European focused, we are launching 5 ETFs. The strategies are going to be around Bitcoin futures, Ethereum futures, one will be Bitcoin futures and cash, one will be Bitcoin futures and Ethereum futures, and then the last one will be broader Bitcoin and companies exposed to digital assets, right, equities.
How much of this is a dress rehearsal in your mind for a moment in which the SEC says, okay, cat's out of the bag, you can actually issue an ETF that's directly invested in Bitcoin?
Well, it certainly is a dress rehearsal. We think there's a place. I think these strategies will be more probably institutionally focused, and I think the spot coin Bitcoin ETF will be perhaps more retail focused.
Is that something you want to do eventually?
A spot Bitcoin?
Yes.
Yes. What's interesting about it is if you look at the pecking order, our filing is next in line.
No, I know you're on the list. So
yes.
the question. So let me ask you about that, because I think, and the question is actually at $36,000. Do you think that the move that we've seen in Bitcoin over the last, I don't know, 2 months now? How much of that is a function of sort of a pent-up demand or an anticipation that the SEC, because folks like BlackRock and Fidelity and you and others have made these applications, have the sense that it's more likely to happen now than it was a year or two ago?
Yeah,
and is that misguided? Is that realistic? What is that?
I think what has happened, the change, is that the SEC actually asked us questions. I think asked us questions, asked BlackRock, probably has asked a lot. Whereas before, our filings were just rejected outright.
Okay.
So that is movement. That is significant. And, you know, over the years, I've gotten to know the research people at the SEC, and I'm very impressed. And I was impressed by the questions they asked us, too. So,
what were the kinds of questions they asked?
A lot of them were very technical. They're all about protecting the consumer, and you know, of course, the showstopper, at least from Gary Gensler's point of view, is he thinks Bitcoin can be manipulated, and you know, this is a decentralized, transparent network. You can follow all the activity online. It's highly unlikely.
It had to be that because he understands, Kathy. He's got enough not many people do. A lot of people don't have enough knowledge about how it works to make an informed decision about Bitcoin. He taught at MIT so he understands that it's not a Ponzi scheme or a Beanie Baby.
Right.
So there has to be something else.
Well, I don't know what it is. I have wondered. There's speculation that he's interested in the Treasury Secretary position at some point. What does the Treasury Secretary
Protecting fiat for the government?
I mean, very focused on. I don't know. I don't understand it myself because he definitely understands.
He understands. So there's something else.
There's something.
Okay, but how much do you account for the move in Bitcoin as speculation on an ETF being approved? And is it a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of situation, or is it just a straight shot if, in fact, that were to come to be pass?
I am sure there is some anticipation, and there could even be a sell on the news. But the fundamentals, we put out a Bitcoin monthly piece every month, and you can see the health of the network using our on-chain metrics. The health of the network is almost as good as it gets, and it seems like this is a bull market. Sure, we'll have puts and takes. Nothing goes straight up. But I think this flight to quality, Larry Fink used that expression. We call it flight to safety. You look at what happened during the regional bank crisis. Bitcoin went from 19,000 to nearly 30,000 as the KRE, the regional bank stock index, was imploding. If you look at the bank stock index today, it is back down close to where it was in March. So when Larry might say flight to quality, which is good, it's true, we would say flight to safety because there's no counterparty risk in Bitcoin.
In terms of the ETF that is launching, that invests in equities related to Bitcoin, what do you think will be the better performer over, let's say, 5 years? An ETF that invests in the equity related to Bitcoin or Bitcoin itself?
We believe Bitcoin will be the better performer longer term.
Yeah! Crypto is a flight to quality or a flight to safety. Go ahead and take your pick. And you heard them. They sound just as confused as me as why that bad actor, Gary Dirty Gensler, why he just keeps cock-blocking the crypto space. I mean, I get it. I know that Gary Dirty Gensler's for the legacy system and for TradFi. But hey, Gary, have you ever heard the saying, in with the new and out with the old? Yeah, it's blockchain and crypto. Crypto and the blockchain is about to take over the world. But you won't know that unless you take the time and make the time to do those 4 letters I keep yelling right here, which is DYOR. Do your research. This is Biz to the Moon Report live from the metaverse. I'm finna see you soon. Jump into the crypto space. Don't think it's too late because we just getting started. You better jump in.